The petitioner, who was recently bereaved widower, was innocently traveling with his family from Kilifi to Meru to bury his deceased wife. He claims to have done so in the earnest belief that he had complied with the law. It, however, turned out that he had contravened public health guidelines on maximum numbers allowed and that he had not been tested, which this case has confirmed. While enforcing the MOH regulations on the COVID-19 pandemic, the agents of the first respondent treated him not only in an undignified way, but also in a torturous, inhuman, and degrading way. The event of being dumped all alone by the roadside in a dark, cold, and rainy night with a casket bearing the corpse of his dead wife were not only psychologically traumatizing and horrific, but they also exposed the petitioner to physical danger. The petitioner endured this while at most vulnerable time of grieving his loss. There were indeed more dignified and efficient ways of handling the petitioner, more so since he was ultimately allowed to proceed and bury the deceased. Anyway, the respondent's actions do not reflect a just and democratic society governed by the rule of law. The petitioner has indeed set out a strong case for violation of his constitutional rights. Under paragraph 93, accordingly, for the reasons set out in this judgment, the court makes the following orders. 1, a declaratory order is hereby issued that the actions of the police officers under the National Police Service headed by the first respondent violated the provisions of the Constitution and Articles 3, 4, 10, 19, 25, 28, and 29 of the Constitution and the relevant paragraphs thereof, and thus infringed on the rights to dignity, protection against torture, and cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment of the petitioner under the Bill of Rights of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. 2, there will be an order, therefore, for compensation of Kenya shillings 1.5 million shillings as general and exemplary damages against the first respondent for violating the petitioner's constitutional rights. And 3, the first respondent shall pay the costs of the suit to the petitioner, and the other parties shall each bear their own costs. And that is the order of the court dated today, the 30th of June, 2021.